All right, so we're going to learn how to make a central file. Again, the central file is the one that's on the network, and all the local files are the one that I actually edit as individual users. And these, once you make the central file, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Okay, so I opened up the warehouse Revit file here, wherever you have it saved. Save that to the network drive that we set up for our class. And then we're going to go to we usually start on the architecture tab. We're going to go to collaborate, the collaborate tab, and click collaborate. Right now, you have the option of doing within your network or BIM 360, which is their cloud version. That's a separate subscription, so you'll only be able to select within your network. Okay. Thinks about it for a second as it sets things up. And there we go. Okay. So collaborate. And we look at work sets. Right now, the standard work sets are the shared levels and grids, and work set 1, which basically took the entire project and put all the items into work set 1. Now, work sets are like books in a library, right? It just carries all the things. So if you want to make new, let's say I have the back room, the employees area, okay, and then I'll have the bathrooms as a separate thing, okay, and the lobby is a whole separate area. Whatever different sections your project has, I suggest starting with work sets to kind of describe those. You could always go back and update these. All right, I'm going to click OK. You want to make my the active work set? Sure. It's the last one that I made. So if you notice this active work set, so when I create stuff now, it's going to create things in lobby, right? So you want to keep an eye on which one you're working in, because that's the work set you're going to be created to. So keep that in mind. Now, when I'm done with this, I want to relinquish all of mine. And actually, I saved this as a central file, so I'm going to close this out. I don't want to make edits in this version. Save changes, yes. All right, this project will become the central model. Dun, 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 dun. That's what we want. We want to save this as a central model. We click yes, and then after that, that is the last time we'll open that file as it is. If we want to use it again, we need to open, find that central model, and of course, at the moment, I don't remember where I saved it. I think it's probably on downloads. Yeah, here we go. So that's our central model. Now, each time we open this, it's going to default to create new local. Make sure this is checked because you're going to create a local copy that you'll make edits to, and it'll update the central hub, the central model from there. So create new local. That's what we want to do. Open. And whenever it does that, what it's going to do is append your name, your username, to the end of the file. And that's how you know you're working in your local copy saved on your computer. Look at that collaborate tab. You see all the same stuff as, okay, I'm going to work on the bathrooms right now. And I'll go to my ground floor. There's no first floor. The first floor is the ground floor. That screwed me up for a while. And I'll make some stuff here, and that's what I'm going to do this. And if you notice, a couple things open up. Synchronize with Central. Reload the latest. If somebody else made edits that you want to bring in, this will bring in information from the central file. If you know what, I'm all done with mine. I'm going to go ahead and let those go. I'm going to relinquish all of mine to make sure I don't have ownership of that. Remember, when you're working on a certain work set, no one else can work on that work set. You might get notification and pop up and say, oh, so-and-so wants permission to change something, and you can kind of work that out with each other as whether you allow them or not. But as soon as you're done, you don't really need to click save right now. You want to synchronize with the central, which is both up here in the corner, synchronize, and synchronize with central. And you can either synchronize and look at the modify settings, which you really shouldn't need to deal with, or synchronize now, which is really what we want to do. So that basically makes sure that your latest updates go to the central model, and any central model stuff comes to your local copy. And it also relinquishes all of your work sets. So it checks all the books back in, if you were.